Hello, folks, and welcome back to the Entropy Universe here on Whelp Squad TV. Today, we're going to be showcasing one of the weapons I have available through my rental shop that I run through the PCF. We have the Combustive Attack Nano Chip 5. And I've been using it, actually, to go after some Primordial Longu. And it's great. It's really great for young to old, but I was taking out the Provider and Guardians with it, too. So let's see if we can get some action here. There you go. And actually, we're going to go ahead and put some damage enhancers on it, because we did forget to do that. I'm going to be making a video very soon about the Castorian Combat Mace, as I recently maxed my skills on that, so I'm going to be doing a hunting demo on that coming up. There's that damage I love on this chip. That should be showing up just alright. Okay, cool. Also, the great thing, if there was only one great thing about having a slow attack speed like that, your enhancer breakage is going to be much lower. So high damage yield, low attack speed equals less enhancer breakage. And I love those crits. Woo! Smoking. Let's try a Guardian, because why not? They do get to you, but as long as you're wearing some armor, you should be fine. They can hit pretty hard. So I'm wearing Jarhead and 5Bs. But I thought this was a real fun way to start working on this mission. Because Primordial Longu are a really great mob overall. They do drop some markup. And ranged hunting is the best way to go for them, because they hit for a lot for their level. But this is a good way to take care of that problem. Let's take out that guy first. I lucked out, and I must have gotten the highest tier rate one of these in game. So I saw this on auction, I absolutely could not let it go. It's pretty relaxed hunting, to be honest. There's nothing too nerve-wracking about it. The only one that's like the Provider and the Guardian, you can get a little tense, especially if you don't have a decent armor setup. But young to old, this thing does a really good job of taking their HP down by the time they get to you. I was gonna say, that one did not loot. Chaos is only a young. I don't need to worry about the range too much on the young.
Mini whelps! Now handle it!
That's a spawn right there, and I think I just heard a follow. Jankovic, thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. And how is today going for you? Doing all right? Cooking chicken for my abs. Entropia is going pretty decent right now, actually. We'll see how it goes after this run, but past 4 hunts that I've done, I've come out ahead in total, which was great. I did 2 runs on Mollusk. 1 was down, 1 was up. Then I did a nice sized run on mid-sized Berryclead, and then I did a run on these guys. So I think overall I was even, if not a little up, after all 4 of those hunts. So that was pretty good. Ugh, wait a minute. Ah, I thought so. What do you mainly do in Entropia? Week ago was pretty bad for everyone. Yeah, I was hearing that. It was probably because my buddy hit that one, what was it, 11K or something like that? On a brood. See, this is why I'm hunting these guys. They actually drop the output amp comps. Oh my gosh, wait, I actually got tier 7 comps already? That's why we're here. But there's only 3 of them. I bet you I won't get any more this entire hunt. But these guys really gotta wait for this markup to go back up before I sell them, because I have a decent little stack started of those. Yeah, man, I'm just I'm testing out some new hunting setups. This is one I've wanted to do for a long time. I was working towards other goals first, and I finally got around to being able to do this. I maxed out my Castorian Combat Mace Mark II, so I moved on to doing something else, and I will do a showcase, a weapon showcase on that soon, since now I can use it fully. Oh, I'm gonna burn this bird out of the sky. Come on, give me a crit. Come on. Aw, I was hoping for a crit. But, yeah. It actually is higher than it's ever been right now. Now is the good time to sell. It's over 600% right now. Usually it hovers like around 450. So I'm gonna take the opportunity. What are you, Primordial Longo skin, huh? Come on, don't fail. See, this is the only thing you gotta watch out for is it fails. But it's a young, so I'm not concerned about a young's damage. They mostly get deflected. I'm trying to skill up now in pyrokinetic because I happen to buy this baby on auction and I am so ready to use this. I want to use this thing so bad now. This was like my dream chip for a while, was just skilling up to even the 5 because of the tier and the damage potential with this thing. But then you got this boy right here, which is also, I should mention, also available for rental through the BladesofTalos rental shop on PCF. That with enhancers, and I am going to, once I can use the chip myself, because I'm obviously not there yet, once I can actually use it, I'm going to tier it up to tier 5. I'll spend the peds and tier it to tier 5. It's not that expensive. It's just every ped that I have to spend on tiers is less in the ped card for grinding. So once I can use it, though, 100%. Cryo 7 attack chip, nice. Cryo is like probably the best overall chip, honestly, because it's not super slow. Like, that's the only problem with the combustive chips, is that they are super slow. So you're not getting a lot out of using your amps on them. That's one of the big things. Cryogenic's got a decent reload speed, and it still has some range, kind of like kinetic, but even a little bit more, a little bit more speed than kinetic. Right now, I've mostly been skilling pyrokinetic like this, and then I've got some limited electric attack chips I've been using. Yeah, I'm hoping to get a chance to test this for some PvP fun at some point. My combustive attack chip 6, because I think I did the math on it. It was coming out to like 220 max damage on it, something like that. You know, with 69 range. So that would be a little fun too. But I agree, cryogenic for PvP is great because not that many people wearing that much cold protection. Oh, dude, I've been streaming Entropia for like 4 years. No, my channel... No, not 4 years. I guess it'd be 3. Well, did I stream it on the original channel? I don't think I did. Yeah, just over 3 years then. I started streaming this pretty much when our channel got going. I've been playing Entropia a very long time. This is my second go-around in this game. I ended up playing for like 3.5 years, and then it was eating up a lot of my time, as you know this game can. And I had to finish college, so I ended up quitting for several years, and then I came back and totally started over. I'm really hoping we get a decent loot soon, because we've gone through some ammo, I think. Oh, I guess we haven't gone through that much. I forget, this is it's so much slower hunting style. I feel like that just... Yeah, that's probably the first enhancer we went through this hunt. No, I usually stream to the right category. I don't know if I am right now. I hope I am. But at any rate, I don't just stream Entropia. There's actually 4 people that stream on this channel. We stream a huge variety of games. Thus the Whelp Squad TV. We kind of keep it like a variety hour type of thing. Different games pretty much every day. And I'm the only one in the group that streams Entropia. I don't get to stream this game that often because simply I don't deposit into this game anymore. It's only when I'm able to build up my ped card through trading and stuff am I able to do hunts and stuff like that. So usually you'll see me stream like a few times, like let's say like twice a week for maybe a few weeks, and then I won't be streaming for a few months. That's just how it goes usually. So I usually try to stream whenever I have the peds to hunt. Anybody want this stuff? I would say no. I'm trying to get better about not selling hides and stuff to the trade terminal, because I know there's always somebody somewhere that wants some type of hide. I just saw a thing the other day on the forum. People were complaining about there not being enough boards, different types of boards, pieces of wood that drop. And I think there is. I think there's enough wood dropping. I just think some of those boards are so low in markup and you get so few of them per hunt that, like, after every hunt, I don't even bother to save them. Some of the ones that are like 102, 104%. I just get rid of them. Just an extra thing to clog up storage. So if those boards were selling for a little bit more markup and carpenters actually really wanted them, then maybe they would see more surplus supplies hanging around. Thought this stream was say you're not the only streamer from this. Oh no, I'm the only streamer from this PC. We stream from different states. We have one account. So my name's Greg, and then there's also Steven, Christian, and Josh that stream on here. Josh streams on Thursdays, and he usually plays some type of simulator game. And then we all play a group game on Saturday, and our group game that we're focusing on right now is called GTFO, which is a crazy horror survival type of game. And that's been a lot of fun. Oh my god, I really lost another enhancer, huh? Whew, that's crap luck. You can mark up over 200%. The best board is... Well, there's one that's going for 250% and it's being dropped by Barry Cleed. So maybe that's the one. Is it the Bigwig? Is it Bigwig or is it... It's not Short Fern. I can't remember what the board's called. I'll have to check it out when I get back to storage. But I was hunting Barry Cleats the other day, and that's why I wanted to see. I cycled like 650 ped through Barry Cleats the other day. I wanted to see how much of that board I could get, and I only got like, I want to say a ped and a half worth through 650 ped of hunting. What mobs do you normally like to hunt? Oh boy. Alright, see that one I started a little too close. Oop, that was a solid hit. These guys are spawning pretty quick here, actually. We've gone through 120 pet of ammo. Ooh. The average single mob return right now is looking pretty bad. But we gotta stick with it. I guess those amps aren't deteriorating that fast. So that's good. That's not too much off that that amp there. That's the nice thing about a slow chip too. But again, you don't maximize the amp's potential and that efficiency. But you gotta pay markup to get that efficiency. I realize when I do these videos from now on, I may set up a small graphic on the bottom of the screen with a link, just like a little line with the link to the PCF post about the rental shop. I think that would be a good idea. Oh, this is gonna be bad. Oh, gosh. That one's a little bit better. I need to find a bigger one. There's got to be a bigger one mixed in here somewhere. Come on, guys. I would love to have a payback loot coming from a level 28 Guardian. That would be very nice. I think there is a mission for these guys that I'm still... Hey, stop. Am I still working on it? Or did I complete one already? Primordial Longo. No, I am. Nice courage reward, too. Okay. So that'll be a nice little bonus for getting this done. Oh, that was a little bit better. A little bit better. The last time I hunted these guys, I had a couple around the 40 ped range. And that's what we're going to need to be able to boost our return back up. Because right now it's almost looking like it's going to be a horrid run. But it's still reasonably early in the run. How much we in? We're 170 ped of ammo in. Chip's not down that far. I'm hoping to get a bigger one mixed in here because usually there's some more. There's one right there. We're going to go straight for that Guardian. And hope to get a multiplier. Oh, he took that one like a champ. Damn. Another enhancer, huh? Guess I must have had a lot of uses on them from when I was doing melee stuff. I just remember one thing, guys. Give me a moment. Tom Wick, how's it going? Sorry for the pause here. I'm just trying to get another game to start updating because I promised somebody I would play it with them tonight, and I totally forgot to do the most recent update. There it goes. All right, we're back. How's things been going, Tom? See, the problem with background music is that it's all copyrighted, and it makes it so you can't archive the video. Are we really dealing with that much loot lag right now? Well, that's not good. There we go. Oh, I've been doing all right. Me and my friends have been playing this really awesome game. We started streaming it, I think, probably a month ago now. It's called GTFO. And it's absolutely insane. We're going to be doing that on Saturday. What is with these loots? Wow, is that laggy? But it is super, super cool. It's a crazy, like, zombie survival game. But you got to be, like, really quiet. It's all about stealth and stuff like that and team tactics. You got to try and get through these doors while alarms are going off and waves of enemies are coming at you. It's pretty cool. I highly recommend it. Definitely one of the games that I highly recommend. Yeah, we've put a decent number of hours into it, and we're starting to get a little better at it. It is hard. It is like, we're talking harder than Dark Souls hard. I don't know if you've heard of Dark Souls, but known to be one of the toughest games out there, and this game blows it out of the water. And you definitely need a team of 4. It's funny because most games have a scaling feature for when you have a different number of players as far as how the difficulty is. This game does not scale. It is only more difficult if there is less people. There is nothing that's easier. So it's better to have a full team for it. We've got a couple of vids. I got to go back and highlight the most recent one. But we have one on there, I think it's called Dig Site Clear. And that's where my squad, all 4 of us, goes through and we clear it out. Been played since EU. I just caught her hard on this. That is how it is for most people, man. That's why I had initially quit this game for a while during college. I mean, I needed the money. I didn't need to be sinking money into this while I was a college student. And I just needed the time. I just really needed the time. But I ended up withdrawing like $1,200 from this game from doing trading and doing a rental shop and doing odd jobs and stuff like that. So I ended up paying for like 3 semesters worth of books, so it was worth it. Now this boy might kill me. You got to take collateral for the items. I'm glad you asked. So I actually have a full post on this on PCF. I run my current rental shop. I run through PCF. And I got a list of all the items and the collateral needed for each of the items. And then I have different prices for weekly and monthly rentals for those items. So, for instance, this attack chip that I'm using right now, and the larger one, the Combustive Attack Nano Chip 6, those are available for rent. Castorian Combat Mace Mark II, Katsuichi Determination Adjusted I got, and my prized Genesis Firefly, which I have had for quite a while now, and I absolutely adore. Also for beginners, I also have a couple beginner weapons for melee. Laughlin Cutter 2, Laughlin Masher 1, where's the other one? Kesmic Slow. And then I got a great knife. Bycac Blix is one of my favorite weapons in game. Absolutely love it. That chip level 5 worth 2. I give you collateral. Oh no, you would never get away with giving me less collateral than what the item's worth. I assure you of that. I usually charge a little bit more. Gives incentive to return it. Because you're absolutely right. There's many ways that I could get screwed. Okay, so collateral is more than the item, but the item is rare. No, it's not necessarily efficiency. It has nothing to do with efficiency. I don't have any expensive items in my shop. What I'm going for is high-tiered items. So let's say you need to skill something. You want to do a lot of damage with said item. There isn't that many high-tiered versions of that item in game. So you would be able to rent one from me. Like, for example, this boy right here. My Bycac Blix. Tier 7 Bycac Blix. Or, for example, a Tier 8 Genesis Firefly, of which there's only 7 or 8 of in the entire game anyways. So it's more of providing an opportunity for people to be able to skill up on weapons that they normally wouldn't have as easy access to. And what it also does is, let's say you really want to skill on something. Let's say you really want to be able to go from one level to a much, much higher level. And you're going to be going through a few weapons in between. This takes buying and selling out of the equation, because buying an item's easy. Buying an item is super easy. Oh, there's a Tintardian Alpha. I've been waiting to find one of these. Hang on one second. I don't think I've ever killed one of these things. I've never seen one. This may kill me, but we're going to go for it. Anyways, takes buying and selling out of the equation, basically. Because let's say you only need a weapon for a week. And you would rather skill with something in that skill range. Let's say, like... Oh, God, he does hit hard. Oh, that was so close. But they do hit like a truck. Okay. So what I read was correct. Oh, of course. If somebody wanted to rent, like, let's say that Firefly for a Mayhem, and I was not competing in said Mayhem, then 100% somebody could rent that. Absolutely would not, sorry. I barely get to go out and hunt as it is, because as of right now, I'm just trying to drum up some extra business for the rental shop, as I haven't had too many people frequent it lately. So I'm not looking to add anything at this time. Also, those weapons are super hard to rent. It's hard to rent any rifle at all, because there's so many unlimited rifles out there, and you can get any number of limited rifles too. It's not that guy. No. It's further out. Where the hell is it? is. Pancreas oil? Alright, where was I? I knew I was talking about something. But yeah, mostly it's just for people who want to skill a specific set of levels of weapons. So let's say you're level 25 or 6, 26 knife fighter. Let's say you just hit level 26 knife fighter, and you want to eventually be able to use something quite a bit bigger than that. You have a range set, but you like to be able to do damage. You're used to higher damage, so let's say your laser sniper, you're up like around level 50 or something like that, for example, and you want to be able to hunt those same mobs. You could rent the Bycac Blix, and at tier 7, with a melee trauma 6, you can hunt some pretty big mobs with it. Like, I take that thing out and I would hunt spiders with it. So level 52, Araniatrax, I was out hunting with that knife, and it was fairly easy. The youngs, it was pretty easy with. You got to make sure that you have at least some decent armor, and be able to have one of the M Matrix units to be able to regen health with each swing. So that's one of the big benefits too to having a tiered melee weapon like that, and being able to rent a tiered melee weapon, is that you're going to be able to regen a lot of your health per swing. So like, I was able to take out even old spiders with this thing. So I can even we'll take a second here because we're kind of relaxed here. We'll take that off because we don't need that on there for right now. There's the amp. And that's what we're talking like damage-wise. Shorts Blaze guy have the Quorum Ice Dagger and Leo's Shock Dagger. Tier 4 each, just trying to grind up to the new one. Yeah, dude, I would highly suggest the Bycac Blix. Get one of these babies. This is an awesome, awesome weapon. So let's take everything off of here. And here's the cool thing about it. It does, in fact, take the Trauma 6. So you can put the Trauma 6 on the Blix, and boom. Get a high-tiered one of these, you're going to be taking down some pretty big mobs. All right, let's get our chip back out here. And very good. Normally using enhancers, are they good to hunt with or just in case with them? They are not good for smaller weapons. You got to be able to get a decent amount of usage out of said enhancer. The general rule of thumb, at least I've talked about it with a number of people, a good like damage level to start thinking about using enhancers is right around 60. And I mean, it depends what you're using. For clubs, there's so few lower level clubs in game that if you're trying to do some grinding and stuff, you just want to use a club, but you can't find something in the middle, then you're going to have to enhance and try and amp the hell out of even a smaller club. And then that would be a lower damage range, but usually around 60 damage is where you want to think about starting. 60 isn't your max damage. So like that Bycac Blix, it's 59 damage with a good attack speed. That one, just for the DPS reason, just for being able to kill mobs that are normally outside your range, is worth it. Yes, it is less efficient. It's not as eco as doing something where you weren't using any enhancers at all, simply because of the markup involved for enhancers. But using enhancers is better now than it's ever been, simply because we get shrapnel back now when an enhancer breaks. Enhancers are reasonably cheap as compared to they were in recent years. They're on the low end of the price spectrum of what they've been. They're being produced en masse. It's a little bit better than it used to be. So that's why I use them, and I tend to try to go for weapons, normally speaking, other than my, well, I guess the Firefly is a good example of that, even for a knife. Let me get in range to get this guy's carcass here. I like damages like that are high damage yield, lower attack speed for weapons that I enhance. Like this one right here, for example. Combustive Attack Nanochip 5, great for enhancing because of that slow attack speed. So we have 96 base damage, but with 4 enhancers and the amplifier, we got this thing up to 170 damage, which is pretty darn good for a level 17 chip. Now it's slow, but as you can see, it's been pretty effective for this hunt. We've been doing pretty darn good with this hunt. Are you looking at the person who has like that tier 4 or 5 Bycac Blix for 1500 ped? Because he's not going to get it. That knife should be around like TT plus 600 ped. He's asking way too much for it. My blade that I have at tier 7, I would think the value would be, thank God, that would have been really bad. The value is probably more like around 1,000 for a tier 7 one. Tier 5, I would say anywhere between 6 and 700 ped. CT plus 6 and 700 ped, probably more fair. Tier 7 was expensive. Yeah, man, if you're ever looking to try out some crazy DPS, even for a week, look up the post I got on PCF. Oh, there we go. That one finally paid up a little bit. How do you determine what weapon good to tier and not to tier? Damage. How high the damage yield is. Like, generally speaking, if the weapon's under 50 max damage, I don't even tier it, unless it's like a club. If it's a club or a very rare weapon, generally, I feel like if you have a weapon where there's only a few of it in game, I feel obligated to tier it, if you understand what I'm saying. Like, if there's only 3 or 4 of a certain weapon in game, I would feel obligated to tier it once it reaches a certain tier, just because there isn't that many of them. But things that there's a lot of, I mean, I wouldn't worry about tiering at all, unless you feel you want the extra damage. But yeah, for me, usually 50 damage and up, I'll tier a weapon because you'll get money back in your resale of it. It's hard to get more money for, like, let's say a weapon that only does like 20 damage and you want to tier it up. I mean, what's that tier gonna do? 2 extra damage? I mean, that's not worth a damage enhancer. It's just not. So you gotta make those decisions about what's right for your play style, but also definitely some common sense in there. Like, that's why I'm trying to tier this thing up, and I would love it for it to tier a little bit faster. But that's the only problem with a slow chip, is it's not tiering. Even with these great tier rates, this chip probably has the highest tier rates for this specific chip of any of these in game. I have never seen one higher for a Combustive 5. Which was the main reason why I got this chip, because I wanted to have it for longevity reasons. Be able to have it for the rental shop and slowly work on tiering it up. A really great thing to look at, the reason why I personally went with a Genesis Firefly as my main weapon, it is a short blade, but take a look at this. That's pretty slow for a short blade. That's really pretty slow for a knife, but that's a very high damage yield. So this is like the perfect size of weapon to be able to be tiering using damage enhancers on full time. I usually do not hunt with this weapon unless I'm going big. And when I'm going big, I'm always using enhancers and my amp. If I'm going to smaller mobs, I'm using a different weapon. And this is the one I think I showed you guys earlier, but this is the one I'm working up to. So that's that base damage. Mine is 96 base damage. This is 119. So this one, looking forward to eventually being skilled up to being able to use this one. That's the next thing on my radar that I'm skilling for personally. And both of those chips are available in the rental shop too. Hang on, guys. Got to check and make sure my game is downloading okay. Oh, it's going pretty good. Excellent. Shock, fire, corrosive, any of those. So the ice dagger, shock, dagger. The Arcadian daggers are all right. I just really hate their low TT limit. It gets a little annoying. Like, I like this sword a lot, but that 123 ped TT limit, you gotta repair it pretty often. That's why it's the price. If this weapon had like even a 400 or 500 ped TT limit and not 123 ped, I bet you this weapon for its DPS would probably be maybe like 3,000 ped, somewhere around there. It would probably be around the 3,000 ped range, between 2,000 and 3,000 ped. It would be a lot more. I paid 920 ped for it. It's a nice weapon to skill with. It's just an extra thing to have to do to repair it. But I'm hoping to get that thing tiered up at some point, so it'll be some serious DPS too. Yeah, that's why I like the combustive chips. I know they're really slow, but that range has been really nice. Oh, this is a perfect point to check and see how we're doing. We just passed the 300 ped ammo mark. $250, $260. $265. All right, so that little one that we had helped us out a bit, because I don't think our chip's not down that much. Neither is the amp. The amp's only down like 6 ped. So luckily, that little mini that we had there helped us, so we're not totally losing our shirts. Yeah, it does wear out. I was thinking eco enhancers. Nah, don't worry about eco enhancers, man. The only thing eco enhancers are good, like durability enhancers for like armor. Eco enhancers are good for when you want to make a weapon last longer for an event. So let's say you're trying to tier up a limited weapon for an event and you want it to last longer. I think that's the only time when people ever really use the eco enhancers. I've never actually done that. The only time I've personally used it is for, like, I think tiering limited armor. You could use the durability enhancers for armor. But yeah, I don't factor eco enhancers into my normal hunting ever. The only two enhancers I generally use on weapons, depending on what I'm doing, are damage enhancers and skill mod. I've been using skill mod, like let's say you're a level away from using a weapon that you own that's tier 8. Well, you can just put 2 of the enhancer slots to using skill enhancers, so that way you can use that weapon sooner. I did that with the Firefly. I started using the Firefly, I think, a level and a half before I was maxed on it, but I was maxed with the skill enhancers. To mold my depot going on CLDs. I guess there's worse thing to spend money on, but the reason why I don't buy deeds in this game, and I don't think I ever will, the amount of time it takes to get your return back on them is stupid. It was a little different when CLDs first came out. When CLDs were first introduced, because I was there when it happened, CLDs were sold on auction for 1,000 ped each. So if CLDs were still 1,000 ped each, then I would say they'd be more worthwhile. But at their current price, to me it's a waste. Too much money to tie up. Alright, and I just received a message that I've got to get going to play a game with somebody. We're gonna kill one more mob, and then we're gonna head out, guys. Bah. All right. Well, we tried, and we didn't lose everything, thankfully. So, anyways, Chip is working like a champ. That's what I was really hoping to show off. That's actually a really great setup. I intend to do some more of this hunting on my own time coming up to try to get a better feel for how those longer looting long term, and hopefully get some more tiers on this chip. I got those first three right there, those first three tier ups I got on the first hunt I did with it. So it is moving, just a little slow. But anyways, I want to thank everybody for watching. I appreciate it. Tom Wick, was good to see you, bud. Always good to see you. I'll be streaming more possibly in the next couple days. I'm going to be doing another weapon showcase. I got the... Wait till it upgrades. There we go. Castorian Combat Mace Mark II, and I've got this to tier 5, and I think it's like 140 something damage. It's like around 140 damage it goes up to. So I'll be taking this up against some decent sized mobs, I think. I'm still trying to figure out what I want to hunt, but it's going to be more melee oriented mobs, things that hit a little softer, or at least have damage that's spread out, unlike what I was doing today. So should be pretty neat though. But anyways, thanks again everybody, and we'll see you really soon. Till then, take care.